Hello and welcome to Elizabeth's Craft Room. Last week we used the custom tea stamp set and we went for a man card doing the shirt, and I promised to come back this week and show you how to do some of the girly projects that you can also do with this same stamp set. And how cute are these? So I just wanted to show. Now I'm going to show a couple of ideas. Now we've used this last week, even though it was a man card. We found there are some man colours in here. This is the Succulent Garden 12 by 12 paper. And these samples and a few little scraps are pretty much all I've got left of this. I've got some more on order because it is so beautiful. So I'm just going to show you a few ideas that you can do, and you're going to bear with me because when I say I've got scraps left, I'm not kidding you. This is what I've got. So I just bring in a little piece of paper here and show you one idea that you can use for your custom tee. So if you stamp your t-shirt on, and yes, I know, not enough whole t-shirt. Now we have got dies for these, but I am going to say it is possible to hand cut these t-shirts. So if you don't have a die cut machine at the moment, and I do say at the moment because they are fantastic, a Big Shot is amazing. But if you don't have one, you can still stamp and hand cut these t-shirts. They're not impossible by any means to do. Just a little bit of fussy cutting and you're there. So as you can see, you can make really cute t-shirts out of the designer paper. So you don't actually need to stamp designs on them as such. And we've got so many. And as I say, you just look at these. You could have little gingham t-shirts and, you know, little flowery ones. And I really think these papers particularly lend themselves to this kind of project. So that's those. Now let me show you a little bit more with the stamping and the elements that you get in the stamp set for the girls' t-shirts. So I'm going to just go ahead and stamp a few t-shirts so I can show you some different options. Not sure quite how many I'm going to need here, but I can always use them later if we don't need them all. Okay. So I'll start off with this one, which is the Sweet Sugar Plum, and we've got some little flowers. So we've got a larger flower and then we've got some little tiny ones, and I quite favour these little tiny ones on here because it's really easy to place them, whereas the larger ones I find a bit harder to place. And always remember, you're going to cut the t-shirts out, so you can always just do one like that. You know you're going to cut those edge pieces off. And as you can see, I've missed one up there. They look really cute. And again, I could do this with a die, but I'm going to just hand cut around that edge bit so that you can see how those look, and they really are so super cute. There you go. So that's how that one's going to look. Let's take the next one. And here I'm going to use Rich Raspberry. I want to use a really dark colour for this one. And you'll see why, because I'm going to use stamping off on this. So I'm going to ink that up really well with the Rich Raspberry ink. And then I'm going to stamp 1, 2, 3, 4 times without stamping off. And then we will have a little greeting on the top there. And once again, actually I'm going to cut this out with the die and come back and show you. So I've just cut that out with the die, And again, you can see, super cute. Now, I haven't done the neatest job on there. I think I did a better job. I've just noticed I did 3 rather than 4 on there, and the other way up with the colours, but that works quite well. As you can see, you can do stripy ones, you can do little collars as well, and you can do belts. There is a little belt. I'm going to start off with my 2 little t-shirts. This one was done in rich raspberry, so I'm going to get a little bit of rich raspberry cardstock, and literally this is how incredibly technical and complicated it isn't. I'm just going to stick that on and decide where I want my skirt to go. I'm going to follow down the line of the t-shirt and cut it off. Now I can have a smooth cut like that, which will just give me a little neat skirt like that, or what I preferred to do was to just do a little fluted one. So can you see I'm just turning the scissors till I get a little fluted bit like that. Now, to give that a little bit more dimension, I also took the chalk marker from Stampin' Up. Let's move this a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. And then literally taking on those little fluted bits, I'm just bringing some little pieces up like that. You can also do that. You can also do that with the same colour marker or even both. So I'm using a rich raspberry marker and just putting a little bit of extra colour up there as well. And that's how simple it is to make the little skirts. On this one here, I'll just show you, we talked about doing it with paper, and again, just so easy. I'm going to make this one a little bit more flared, so, and again a little fluted piece on there, and just some little pieces coming up there to give a bit more texture. So easy to make the little t-shirt into a little skirt or even into a dress. All you would do to do the dress is just don't ink up that line at the bottom and then carry it on down, so do it on a larger piece. So that will work as well. Final question that I did have a few people ask me is, if you want to hang these on a rail, as I did on this card, how do you do that? Well, in the pack, there in that same stamp set here, is this piece right on the edge here. Now this is supposed to go down the front of a shirt with kind of shirt buttons, but of course you don't have to use it like that. So what I did is I just stamped going straight across. Because it's photopolymer, you can see through and line up. What I would suggest is don't do the join right in the middle, because if I've got 2 joins there, and if you look closely, yes, you can see they're there, but if you do them right in the middle, your eye is more likely to go to it. So I want to hang my my 2 t-shirts here, whoops, my 2 little outfits from hangers here. So how did I do the hangers? Well, honestly, I just hand drew them. So I'll show you how I did that. So I started off there and I did a little hook. Now actually my hooks are going much higher up than a real hanger would, because a real hanger would have to be touching there. So it's you know, arty. It's giving you the idea. And then what you want is to bring your hanger pieces out from the edge of where those shirts are hanging, just like that. And then you can fill them in a little bit more, make them a little thicker. did was to put one on dimensionals and the other one I'm just going to stick that straight onto the card. Whoops, a little bit too much Tombow there. That will give me plenty of wiggle room to get that, there you go, hanging on the hanger. Dimensionals off the back of my little dress here, and get that lined up so that one hangs on as well. We've got lots and lots of different things to put on these t-shirts, as well as all the greetings that we've got in this set. There is a stamp set called Designer Tee, and these are also designed to go onto these t-shirts, so you can put these greetings onto there, and there are some lovely ones. Don't quit your daydream, I love that. And then if you're happy and you know it, keep it up, and when in doubt, stamp. Isn't that perfect for me? So I'm just going to put a little happy birthday on there, which comes from the Designer Tee set. We're just going to pop that down at the bottom. And take a little card and pop that on. Now, as you can see, you can be really very creative when it comes to these t-shirts. There's everything there to just make the simple t-shirts, but you can take it to the next level, you really can. And that's so thank you for visiting Elizabeth's craft room today. I hope you've learned something in seeing how to turn the little t-shirts into little dresses, also how to use those stamp sets to make really, really cute cards for the boys and the girls in your life.